We're going into week 3, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. You're gonna have your superset AMRAP, 5 minutes on the clock, 2 exercises each stations. You're gonna try to get those 2 movements as many times as possible. Now, remember, we will always suggest aiming for 10 reps. However, if members are working with heavier weight, this is a great week to work on strength. So maybe do less than the reps. Maybe it goes to 5 instead of 10. Maybe do drop sets where you start off with 10. Next time you come back to exercise, you go to 8, 8 to 5, 5 to 8, just so you want to challenge yourself for more. In certain movements, you probably shouldn't, if you're working with heavier kettlebell or dumbbell or whatever it might be, heavier weight, it might not be the goal to even hit 10 on certain movements. All right. So getting into it at a dumbbell station, we're gonna have a ground overhead. So this one too, if you are working with a heavier dumbbell from the ground, maybe 10 is too much for this movement. Aim for 5, right? Aim for 5. If you're throwing a 60-pound, 80-pound dumbbell over your head, go for lighter or go for less reps. All right. Still get the power movement. It's called a ground overhead for a reason. You want to sit down to the floor. So you want to reset to the floor. So you're pulling from the floor overhead. So we want to make sure every time you come down, you're touching that ground with that dumbbell. Don't let it just hang and come back up. Now, if you are working lighter weight, you got to lighten the range of motion. That's absolutely fine to come up overhead if you're not going down to the floor. But the whole point of it is to start from the ground and make your way up overhead, getting that vertical pull as you come up through biceps to air. Uh, then you're gonna go to your Zane curl. So this one you're gonna have, remember, same side. If your right hand, if your left leg is down, your left hand is gonna be doing that bicep curl. It gives you that better range of motion as you do that animation. And then the arm the leg that is up, if your right knee is up at your waistline, you wanna hold your right hand at 90. And I always say when I'm doing this one, if a coach comes by you and they push on your palm and your arm drops down, you're not squeezing hard enough. If I come by you, I should be able to push your hand and feel the tension. Get that blood flowing to your biceps. You want to squeeze the heck out that one that is holding as you get the 10 full reps on your left side, then you're going to switch it up. If balance issue, bring that toe down, 80% of the weight on the single leg and the other 20 to support you. Then we're going to go over to the power bands. You have your tricep kickbacks. This is a burner, right? So go for 10. Hey, maybe you want to work more on the triceps. So you get aim for higher. Go for 15 reps, okay? Especially if you have the pink bands and if they're a little easier there, burn them out. Go for 15. And if you can't make 15 the next time you get there, go for 10, right? So it's your workout. You decide how you want to manage those reps, okay? So there, hinging over, like the elbow to the torso, bring your palms up. You want to bend and extend at the elbow joint. Don't shift the shoulders. Don't take away from the triceps. So hitting the back of the arms. Get ready to you that want they call it the back cave or the bat wings. That's a good movement to work on to focus on the area. And then your sprinter sit up. This is not a bicycle. I always suggest people to keep their heels on the floor because once they start to keep their heels off the floor, they start to get too crazy. You actually want to mimic as if you're running, but laying on your back. So if you have your feet on the floor, right, the mini bands across your feet as you pop up like you're running, opposition, my left knee comes up, my right hand is up, back down to the floor. And I will count that 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. So you're getting 10 on each side, or count to 20, whatever is easier for you to get through it to make sure you're getting 10 on each side. If you don't want to use a mini band, you can do that with your body weight as well. Then you also do that for standing. So if you're not working with the floor, then you can put a mini band across your feet and still pop it up, back down, so you get more hip mobility work as well. Still working the core, but not taking it down to the floor. You hit those 2 for 5 minutes, and then you're on to station number 3. The kettlebell deadlift is a classic deadlift in between your feet, directly below you. Hinging, press that butt back towards the wall, hip hinge. Not a squat. Make sure you have a soft knee, right? But you're not bending knees completely into a squat position. You can locate people next to a wall too on this to make sure they are pressing their butt back to the wall and not squatting down. That's a good way to have a little more engagement too. If you see somebody that is doing more of a squat than they are a bend, elevate their toes, right? So if you have something they can put their toes on, they'll also feel a deeper stretch in that posterior hammies and glutes and slightly your low back. Supine scissors with a chest press. So you're working with one kettlebell on this one, work some core. Really want to focus on two. Keep your lower back flat on the floor like you're doing a dead bug. Try not to have that arch in your back. Save your back as you get the flutter kicks or the scissor going up and down. You want to add that press going for 10. If you have an elevated surface, plow box, benches, you'll keep those close. They can still elevate your feet up. Do the scissors on the box. And still get the press, but it's going to take away from them going down to the floor. So have an elevated surface located near this station if possible. Hanging knee raises, bringing knees up to the chest, going for 10. You progress it by adding light weight to their feet, light dumbbells to their feet. They want to try to prevent from swaying, so want to tuck it in, get a nice pelvic tilt, drive their heels away, knees in. Flex your toes towards your nose. And again, they can add that dumbbell if you want to add that resistance. If you're not going to the bar, have them drop down to a box, still get that reverse crunch, mimic that same movement, but taking away the intensity of that pull-up bar. And then we'll go power, straight slams, power slams down, overhead. You're squatting down, not bending. So get that force into it, going for 10 reps. They can progress it by and hop on that one or focus on a wood chop. We are going into our last station. So we're super band. We have your supinated eccentric row. So as you roll that up, you're going to come down for a 3 to 4 count down, and then you're going to ascend back up for a 1 count. So descend for 4, 3 to 4, ascend for 1. Neutral spine on this one, chest big, and getting that squeeze. They can double band it for some resistance or drop down to a single band if that becomes too intense. And then the last one here, you're gonna have your squat with an overhead press. So you want to bring the band across your palms, sit the butt in the bucket, get your legs 90, at 90, weight in the heels. You can elevate the heels too if needed. Squat first, then get the overhead press. If they have issues with the band across both feet or under both feet, they can drop it down to that single foot, get that front squat, and it'll help less resistance on that press overhead. Issues with your shoulders, avoid the press. They can still hold that front load as you come up, get a bicep curl instead. And then for our finisher, you need some ladders on this one. So you're gonna have a team relay. Line them all up. You can use shorter ladders on this, so it's not taking up too much time to get through the ladders. They got the Icky shuffle through, and as they go to the other end of the gym on the floor, come back with quick feet. I believe I don't have that in there, but I believe it's quick feet on the way back. Icky shuffle through. Icky shuffle through, and then quick feet on the way back. And then the person number 2 will be doing speed squats, in our abs, all right? Or they can just stand and do a standing mountain climber if they're not going down to the floor. And the last person in line will have a scissor jack. So if you have to do a 5th person, go to like a bend over T extension, you can be creative with a body workout if need be, if you have 5 people into a line. But that's just set up for 4 people. And that will be your, if you need a 6th station, which most people probably won't need it, there are surges in sandbags. You have your squat thrust. We use a fit fighter for that too, and you'll pair that up with a lateral hop. The hop, you go hop over, come back. That's 1. Hop over, come back. That's 2 to 10, and then you switch those 2 up. Those 2 if you need to for Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Boom. You're muted.